Oh, it's 9 o'clock, let's do the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll convene as the Board of Equalization. Yep.
I have, you want to come up? Or
Alright.
Daniel's there?
Okay, we'll do it just like always, 15 minutes, so.
I got, two things that make sense. Have someone look at it if you want. Get 5 copies. This is just, a little bit of, why I appeal out. Really nothing to do with this year, because this is a formality I go through here. But that shows that when I've been to here in the past, how much difference there is. They give me a fair deal down there, and those 3 documents show, the 2 of them are my valuation history, showing what I paid up until 2008 is my first month of here. And my taxes went from $2,373 to 23, something like that, down to $741 a year after that. And I've got the letters here, certified letters from here saying that I proved my cases. I've been down here 3 times, twice, 2 other times. I canceled 1 time for medical reasons, and Deb, in 2013, she got a stipulation because she had to cancel me. So it went back to the 2012 assessment. It was changed. I've got all the documents. If you want to see anything other than that, I think I asked 1 year, I asked the commissioners that according to that, I'd overpaid $6,000 according to peer in those previous years. And the commissioners here actually laughed at me about it because I asked for a refund of $6,000. But anyway, here we are again. On the back page there are last year's 2017 assessments. And after we went to the local board in the city, what they were set at. And then the 2018 assessments for those individuals are on the outside. And again, some of those never even got near their equalization number of 2017, except mine. I was $5,000 off on the bottom of there. Most of them went below what the equalization board did in 17. So Deb told me that she put everybody back up to where they were because the local board didn't do right. So I thought, well, I found out yesterday what their assessments were for 2018, and some of them are below what the equalization board did. They're not even close to what she had equalized them at a year previous. And,
Can I interrupt for a minute?
go ahead.
I said I reviewed them all and revalued them all. I did not tell you that I put them all back up to where they were.
Okay, that's what you say. And you also told me 2 weeks before this year that whatever the local boards did this year, we're gonna appeal them all anyway. But it seems to me that you were at all the local board meetings this year. And my opinion is that you shouldn't even be at the local boards. I don't
We're being
understand that.
asked here, gentlemen, we're here to determine the valuation of a property appeal, not what the director of equalization is doing and should not be doing. It has nothing to do with determining valuation, whether it's appropriate or not.
Yeah, Well, I'm just suggesting that I go, for this year, I believe, 5 or 10% increase from last year in front of you. Instead of going up 81% compared to my last year's assessment. I've gone up to 81%. And I know what they're gonna say to Pierre when I get there. Because 81%, who else got that big increase in this county? It's just not fair. I found a lot of things, I was going through the books yesterday here, and there's a lot of assessments from the last 3 years that haven't changed at all, and a bunch of them have decreased. There's some of them, I should say. So that's just what I went through. But it's just not fair. It seems for who you know or whatever, it
Again,
makes a big difference.
We're getting off task here again. It's to determine whether the valuation is proper, not who likes who or anything like that. We're getting off task.
Larry, I mean, just out of curiosity, I mean, really, what do you think your place is worth?
Well,
I mean, because I can
fair,
see here what you got from permits alone, is $75,000 in permits alone.
yeah, I know, I see that. I think, my letters here from the,
But I mean, when you make a permit out, I mean, you're the one kind of puts the price tag
yeah,
on it.
estimates,
You're the one that does that.
yeah, they're all estimates. I don't know if that's correct on the figures, but
Yeah, but I mean,
Probably
usually
so.
I'm pretty sure, like everybody else, they try to figure a little low.
oh yeah,
I mean-
maybe, all right.
Yes.
I won't believe it did, but yeah, like $1,000 for the deck. That's a little high maybe, but pretty around there. Things, I moved the house in, I paid $22,000 for it, and it cost me $4,800 to have it moved in. And put on a new base, a new wooden base. So it was $40,000, somewhere there, 50 maybe. That's what it asked for. But,
$50,000 for your permit 99, for 75,000, 125,000, and you're only valued at 100,000.
but
And I read it's small anyway.
well, okay. You can look at the 2013, I was down, Deb's put me at 39,000.
I'm looking at
And
2000,
now it's climbed up that high.
I'm looking at 2008,
Yes.
year that we're talking about.
I agree.
Okay, so,
Yeah, and this is a formality, I know that.
which for 50,000 and 75, over 75,000, it's still 25,000 both. And your local, Selby set it at what, 100,000?
Yeah, Deb was there, and the way that meeting went, pretty much, the mayor asked, me, I just spoke that I thought it should be left alone. And then he said, I've got notes here from after that meeting, what do you have, Deb? And I figured she dominated the meeting right after that. She brought out some sales comparisons or something. And, I mean, it was just something else. And the one from the city, from the school board that night, asked, and he says, I'm gonna make a motion to leave it. And he says, to be fair to his neighbors and others in town, leave it as is. And I'm thinking, you want to see fair, that's why I just wanted to show everyone that why I've done this. Again, fair is what Pierre tells me. Every time I go to Pierre's, I show him, I'll bring a lot of cases, I got files of sheep. But after they determine what's fair according to others, I've got letters here telling you that you have to get back to equal. And that's how they've reduced it down to 28,000 some years. You know, I mean, to be equal to others.
Where's this $58,000 come from?
That's from the city last year.
That's what he requested.
That's
Well, yeah,
not
I was
what it
here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but that's not what it was set at last year.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. I came here 2 or 3 weeks ago to get that point put out. Because she had me at 67,000. No, the city, I've got letters from the city.
Did we not correct that?
Yes, I'm just saying, why, I'm explaining to him.
Are we talking about, can we talk about this year's value?
Yeah, fine,
And not your taxes, not your, we're talking about value.
okay.
You're just using this for comparison of what you're...
Right, and on the front page, it'll tell you the date that it's sold, and the selling amount, and then this, it'll tell you this year's assessment, last year's assessment, and there's a picture on the back. There's like 5 or 6 of them there. That, this house has been sold like 4 or 5 times. It's gone from selling for 88,000 to the recent sale at 142,800. So my point is that the market in Selby is not decreasing. And many of these houses are similar to Larry's. None of them have the large detached shed that Larry has, and none of them have as much, as many lots. Also, I would like to point out that Larry has an adjustment for location of 20% more than, if you look on the second page, it says economic obsolescence right over here. Most everybody in Selby has a 20% economic obsolescence to show the difference between the market in Mobridge and the market in Selby. Because Larry has talked so much about the railroad tracks being there, he has 40%.
I have never known that,
I
but
said that at Selby,
I did hear that.
then you knew it.
Well, yeah, but I've never known it before this.
That's because I just gave it to you
Oh,
this year.
okay,
Because
thank
you
you.
always think that I'm picking on you.
Okay,
The
thank
tracks
you.
have been there for 100 and some years.
Well, I mentioned that, but
No,
I mentioned that they were there when he bought it. In fact, Larry worked for the railroad.
Well, what's the rest of the commission
I
feel
would
here?
like to leave it what the city said. That would be my recommendation.
What's the rest of the commission feel here?
What did the city set it at? Do I have that paper? Is that,
It's, the city set it back, Jim, on the front page at 100,170.
Right on the bottom, front page, Jim.
that's what the city set it at?
That's what I had it at, and the city, recommended no change. The numbers beside that are what it was, what the city set it at the year before. And I didn't appeal it last year because, and I didn't appeal any of the city's decisions last year. It was the first year they had done it. So I left it. This year, I decided that I would appeal some of the city's decisions. Larry was the only appeal that Selby had this year.
and that, one of the reasons is, everyone that appealed the year before, their assessments are way down there again. Well, they're down
We're here
to
to
where,
discuss both sides, please. We're here to discuss the valuation for this year and whether it's an appropriate valuation, not last year's or the opinions each other have towards each other.
I guess I would recommend no change.
Are you making that in a motion, Jim?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor. I need a second for that. Got a second. Any more discussion on that?
Now we're voting.
I would just like to make a,
Second.
I would just like to make another comment afterwards.
No, you can right now.
Well, I'm thinking that I've got these newspapers or articles about each board meeting. There's gotta be some stuff in here that dealt with that, some of them, and like one here in Mobridge. She told me at that other meeting that she doesn't have the power to reduce the equalizations or anything, but yet she recommended in Mobridge is one place, she lowered his by 160,000 at the local board. And, you know, Glenham here, there's gotta be conflicts of interest in this. The only ones there were the board members are feeling. I'm gonna find out in Peter what's going on with all
I can
that.
tell you, I was at the Glen Water.
Yeah, was Deb there?
No,
She was at the Mopers one at
Doesn't have
5
to.
o'clock.
doesn't have to be.
No, but she was at the Mopers one at
Gentlemen, we're
5.
getting off task. This is not discussion with regard to the issue, it's discussion with regard to something totally irrelevant. We have a motion.
Well, I
and a
just
second
figured it
on
had
the
to be
floor.
said.
We're moving on this value that the city put it at.
Yes. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passed.
Should I get, don't want my paper back, they wanted them.
Or leave?
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you. Okay. Can I get a copy of what you gave them, Deb? Thank you.
If you guys want the sales that I handed around, that's the only copy I have, but Larry can have those.
Thank you. That's all.
And here is the other part that they had.
That must be-
Variable
Should be
sales.
some, yeah.
Okay, oh, thank you.
Thanks, Larry.
Yep.
Anything else, Deb?
Any other?
That is all we have, for equalization. Oh, stop. You need to approve, the assessment freezes, with the motion to approve the assessment freezes, the paraplegic veterans, the veterans exemptions, and the exemptions for churches, and that. So we need a
all
motion
one
for
or one
each
group,
one.
no?
You gotta mix up.
I don't have that much good memory.
Let me write there. So I need motions for all those.
I'll make a motion to approve, freezes for veterans,
No, please, assessment freezes.
assessment freezes for veterans.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second. Got a second, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
I'll make a motion to approve assessment freezes for tax exempt properties.
I've just approved the exemptions for churches and parcels with exempt properties. They're not free, they're just exempt.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second. A second, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
Yes, veterans.
Yeah, exemption for,
I'll make a motion to approve, freezes for
paraplegic veterans.
assessment freezes for paraplegic veterans.
We got a motion on the floor, I need a second. Got a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
So we need one more, the top two are two separate things. We did one for veterans, and the freezes are for the elderly and disabled.
Make a motion to approve the freezes for elderly and
Disabled.
disabled.
We got a motion on the floor, I need a second. A second, any other discussion?
Excuse me, for the disabled, is that, at a monetary level?
Yes.
Because I've been 100% disabled since 2006.
That has, Nyla
My
has,
railroad pension puts me right over the level, I believe. But, just wanted to, I forgot to mention it at my meeting.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. And that's it, Deb? We all need a motion to come out of Board of Equalization.
Make a motion to come out of the equalization please.
We got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
Adjourn.
Adjourning. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passed. Thanks, Steve.
You just stay and I'll go.
Okay, we'll convene as Walworth County Planning and Zoning Board. Any-
That's gonna be under the whole business.
What's that? The list is, it's in the planning zone.
That's planning.
Any old business? Here none. New business? Here none. I take a motion to adjourn from Walworth County Planning and Zoning Board.
So moved.
We got a motion on the floor. I need a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passed. Okay, Jamie, I gotta ask a dumb question. Was up? I was just going down my list here. Should we have done that underneath county planning and zoning? It didn't look like right away.
I don't think so. I think we do it as a county commission.
On the county commission, yes?
The first reading of the ordinance change,
Do that in the commissioners.
correct, is what we should be doing.
That's what we had to do when we approved the ordinances first, then we had 2 hearings on the zoning board, and then it comes to the commission.
You have the public hearing now.
And the zoning board.
So I think this should be as a board of county commissioners, because commissioners adopt ordinances, so this is part of the adoption process.
Okay.
So we have to convene as Walworth County Commission first.
No, we'll do the hearing first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're gonna convene as Walworth County Board of Zoning Adjustment. Any old business? Any new business? Here none, I take a motion to adjourn. Yeah, I got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
I'll say.
Got a second. Any more discussion? Here none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
Sorry.
Okay, we're going to convene as Board of County Commissioners. Okay, we'll do the public hearing, the first reading. Okay, for chapter 6.03 Planning Commission. Section 6.0301 Establishment of Planning Commission shall consist of all the members of the Walworth County Commission. The number of commissioners shall be 5 members. Section 6.0302, term of office. The term shall run concurrent with the term of membership of the Board of County Commissioners. Section 6.0401, true establishment. The Board of County Commissioners shall appoint 2 alternates to the Board of Adjustment. The term of the alternates shall be for a 3-year period. Section 4.01.03, area regulations. Front yard, the minimum depth of the front yard setback shall be 125 feet, and in no case shall any accessory building be located or extend into the front yard. In case of a corner lot, front yard shall be provided on both streets. Any person wishing to present testimony may appear to the said or may file a written comment with the Walworth County Auditor at P.O. Box 199, Selby, South Dakota 57472. I need a motion for that. Need a motion on the floor. I need a second.
That's it.
Any more discussion?
I don't understand why we have to change 6.431. Concurrent ordinance said at least one commissioner, it doesn't say it has to be five, we're just trying to hand it in to the chairman.
Well, I don't think that's quite how that is. We can ask Jamie that, but I don't think that's
The
really.
current ordinance says at least one, it doesn't say only one, it says at least one commissioner. It doesn't say it can't be five, or it could be this way. We're trying to hand it in to the chairman and they want to appoint somebody else.
Well, that's why we're voting on it. We got a motion on the floor and a second.
Have to go with me.
Well, we got the motions and the seconds. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, say nay. Okay, it's 2-2. I'll say aye. Motion passed. Yes. Okay. The date set for the second hearing, April 17th, 2018. That ain't right. Oh, okay, down here. That's 17th. May 10th. No. First. You got all the dates there.
That's the timeline.
May 1st. The second reading. Okay, I don't know if everybody's had time to go over all the minutes for county commission planning, zoning, and zoning adjustment minutes. No, we did it that way last time. Did it all together.
Make motion to approve the commission planning and zoning and adjustment business session.
So we got a motion on the floor, we need a second.
I'll second.
A second, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. Motion passed. And did everybody have a chance to go over the claims?
I move approval.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
Get me to adjourn from the planning zone.
Can I do that?
Done.
I did that already. I need a second on the claims.
I'll make motion, or second.
We got a second, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. Penny.
You want commission, right?
Any questions on my March budget balances? The only other thing I have is I need a motion to declare our 2013 CAT 140M2 motor grader surplus, and I would like to set the bid letting for May 15th at 10 a.m. This also has a snowman level.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, I need a second. A second, got any discussion on that?
So we're probably on 7 year time now.
No, no more.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
So I've got, I did get a, email from Justin from the Fed. For Swan Creek, they're looking at the week of May 7th for a pre-con and city town meeting, but they don't have a date, just sometime the week of May 7th. So as soon as he gets with the contractor and we set a date, I will let you know. That was my suggestion. I haven't heard that. So as soon as that date is set in time, then I'll let you know. Okay?
Thanks, Penny.
Thanks.
Kyle. Morning.
All I have this morning is my medical report. I'll have a copy of it. Any questions?
We got a motion on the floor. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Got a second? Any other discussion on that?
Where was the one this year compared to last year on taxes?
Actually, we're not. I mean, 26,000 at the end of March is not that much difference. I mean, like yesterday, we took it in over 250,000. Just in one day.
Last day. 390.
Over the month. We had more in advance taxes this year. We had higher in January. We had in January.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed. Thanks, Kyla. Josh.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
Okay, item number 1, executive session for this one.
All right, I need a motion for that. We got a motion on the floor, I need a second. I'll second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
No matter.
Might as well put them up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait.
I need a motion to go back into.
Go back in for a different personnel.
Personnel matter.
They got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
Going back
And
in.
a second.
But we have to go
All-
on and go back in.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Josh. I just don't touch anymore.
Okay. We're in that.
If these, there's no questions, I'll move on to item number 3. Motion to surplus copy scanner tax machine. No longer working.
Okay, I got a motion on the floor, I need a second. A second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
Yes. Next item, just letting the commission know that Aaron Bowles has been moved over into the deputy position currently open. Nothing really needs to change there, he's already employed. And then the next one, the memorandum of understanding, the MOU for records management. We gave that to Amanda for the, need a motion for the chairman to sign that. That is our agreement with 911 and 6 other entities. That is for full records management and sheriff's office records management.
I'll need a motion for that. They got a motion on the floor and a second. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passed.
Thank you. So we can get that going on relatively soon. We've been trying to get that in for a little while now. Kind of got held up when some other entities wanted in on it, but it brought the cost down significantly. So, actually costing us about $88,000 versus a standalone system of about $190,000. So, brought the cost down considerably. So, thank you very much.
Anything else, Josh?
No.
Anybody got anything for Josh?
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, did you test voting? Amanda, you was gonna have to test that. I just read deputy in front of it. Coordinator, so I'm still figure out who the deputy.
Kevin, if you want to see what kind of reports that I can do, stop down in my office and show you that. The notates that exactly what it all does. And then some.
We'll go to number 18. Kevin.
I was just gonna let everybody know, we met with EAPC again, and, let you know what's going on there. We did have a meeting with, Brad, Josh, and Dustin about jail operations. There's a list of 50 items on there to, maybe get going on operation of the jail. Gonna discuss next meeting, gonna do a meeting May 9th for jail operation. EAPC will be out on the 10th and 11th. But, like the jail operations part, we've been doing this a year ago, started a year ago, and so we got a list together, the things that need to get done. On the EAPC side, they're trying to finalize the plans. The footprint we have here will work, with putting the sheriff's and jail out this way and kind of wrap around There'll be elevators coming in on this side over here for all 3 floors. Bunch of different changes. UPC, in my mind, I think is doing a wonderful job. If you have something, you've got one guy that's moving the offices and resizing stuff as we go along, so we don't really have the set square foot amount yet. It's close, but by May 10th, we should have pretty much down to what the square footage is going to be.
I would just agree with Kevin, because I've been to those meetings also. They're very professional. You have the engineer there, you have everybody is, oh, let's change this, shift this wall, do it right on their plan. Just to kind of follow up on what Kevin was saying is that those improvements that we need to make were basically, Brad generated that off of what his initial evaluation was when he first came out here, and things that we need to continue to make sure we have done. Most of it again is policies, documents, things like that. But those are things that we're supposed to have in order by the next meeting with Brad on 10th, is that right? 9th, I'm sorry.
On the 9th for the jail operations part of it, 10th, because we're starting at 8 o'clock on the 10th, the APC.
And then did you kind of want to fill in it all on size and numbers and retention and retention and all
Pretty
that
much,
stuff?
decided there's only, between a 50 bed and a 70 bed, there was only
$600,000 for three. You're right, 3. That's right.
so we pretty much decided to go with the 70. Took the JDC off because the only place that we could have put a JDC would have been on the other side of the Sally Port, which we would have had to have a whole nother staff for that over there. So I think they're gonna hypothetically throw a number in there, but it's pretty much taken off the page now, so.
One thing they did draw in their plan, which they changed, put a wall in the other one of the holding cells, so if they have to hold a juvenile for 5 hours, whatever, big paperwork done. They've got someplace to put that juvenile, and the sight and sound separate, when they're holding them, so in the paperwork done, some of the juvenile center, versus building a separate juvenile box, so. Basically, it sounds like they just put a wall in the door, and, hold that, and holding cell.
It would be just a temporary hold again, so we can make, as the sheriff was saying in the meeting, that most agencies will not take a person under the influence of illegal drugs. Sometimes that takes a while for them to come off of, or alcohol, which also takes a while, so there is some delay sometimes in taking a juvenile into custody and then finding a place for them. And right now, the jail as part of the plan is not going to be a facility. 2,000 is like a temporary holding so we can get them somewhere else. If that's compliant.
But just updates on those meetings.
Okay, anything else then on that? Thank you. All right, then we'll go to 19. Jake.
As previously approved for your vehicle, me and Penny have done some looking. We found one here. You see an 07 Dodge Dakota, 51,000 miles on it, $11,500 on it. And if we feel this will work for what we need. And it's coming in pretty low cost compared to some of the other ones. I just wanted to kind of update you guys and show you what we're looking at. We do have a hold on this one. But I'd say just want to kind of get your guys' opinion on it. We do have that trailer. That mosquito sprayer, if you don't quite fit in that, we have the trailer that it fits on. but it should fit in the back of that.
Boot springer and the other stuff.
No, this is one for the,
Oh, this is the emergency management.
yeah, the management pickup, the going to meetings, weather spot and stuff like that.
Problem 7, and the problem I want to open.
And then there's other ones on there, the half tons that you can get around that same mileage, but you're spending closer to 17,000 on some. I thought this was a pretty good option for the price on it.
They probably will need new tires.
Yeah, they don't have the picture of that, which, like I said, generally, if they don't have that picture, there's a reason for it. Yeah.
That's kind of the norm. Inside these officers.
That's already been approved, hasn't it?
Yeah, you guys already approved spending up that. I just wanted to kind of update you before we go take a look at it and show you what we're doing. To keep you in the loop.
Okay, anybody got any questions on it?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go to old business.
You ever really on that culvert, Jed, or?
Getting closer. Slowly but surely.
Any other old business? New business? Anybody got anything? Yes, come on.
Okay, so recently I was terminated from my job, which is fine. I did it, whatever. But I just wanted you guys to hear my side of the story. Because I feel like it was already predetermined before I even got to say my piece. You should have all got an email of what I put in there as my, what I felt happened in my termination response. On 4/3/2008, there was a call that came in saying there is a blood transfer coming out of Bowell. If you leave now, you can intercept that Bowell officer and take the blood to Mulbridge. Now, on this particular day, it was snowy, it was bad, freezing, everything. Okay, I do have a pickup, but my pickup was frozen, okay? Besides that, I said, call Travis. This is the part that was taken out of context. Travis can drive faster. What I meant was, Travis keeps his car inside. He's further down the road. He's also on call. He can probably make the intercept better than I could, okay? I did not state that to dispatch because why do I need to explain why I can't go? Not that I didn't want to. I just thought that was a logical explanation of why. So, that being said, dispatch calls me back and says, don't worry about it, we'll send our officer over. I said, okay. The officer proceeds over to collect that blood. There's no officer coming from Bowell, to my knowledge. That officer had to drive all the way into Bowell to pick up blood. Okay? Why wouldn't have called me back to go get it? Whatever. So, also, there was blood coming down from Eureka. How come none of us were called to intercept that blood? But that's not in my letter of termination. None of this is. Okay? So, the blood makes it to the hospital, I guess. I don't know. I was never called back and informed. I don't know if they ever called Travis. I don't know. But I feel like I got fired for a call that never happened. Yes, there was a call, there was blood being transported. That is indeed fact. But it was never an intercept, which was what I was calling for. And you guys know I live south on 83. To get up, get dressed, get my contacts in, defrost my vehicle, and make it to the junction before that officer gets there running lights and sirens, probably is not gonna happen. And then, I had to tell him to stop or try to catch him, whatever. I've been down that road before. So I thought, call Travis, on call. But yet, I'm the one that's penalized for, I guess they assumed I just didn't want to go on call, which is totally not true. So, if it's a matter of, I'm not liked, I don't need to be here, I don't do my job, that's fine. I take it. But I feel like I do my job, and I do my job well. But I just wanted you guys to hear my side of the story, because I don't know what rumors are going around, what's being said. And like we all know, most of them are not even true. So, anybody have any questions for me? And if you read this, is it Josh that wanted me fired, or is it Chief Madison that wanted me fired? No questions for me?
Yeah.
And I don't expect you to, but I just wanted you guys to hear it from me, and not Joe go off the street, well, Carrie did this, or Carrie did that. That's not true.
I appreciate you telling us.
Thank you much.
Thank you. Any other new business?
I was wondering, why don't we pay our representative to meet on mileage anymore? And who decided that?
Depends on what you mean though.
I thought I heard you say, probably if you're paying mileage to meet,
He was getting paid from Econ.
not for regular meetings.
He was.
I thought you said if you for regular meetings, you don't get that long.
He was
Only
getting
have an
paid.
executive session.
He was getting paid for it. Yep, Ted Dickey's the one that told us that.
And I thought when, I was heard and they said no.
Yeah, yes he is. We better revisit with that then. He was getting paid twice.
I was looking
Yes, he was.
fresh that way.
Yep,
And I just added his mileage on Twitch.
that's right.
He's going to put the obvious one, his post.
The only reason why is because he was getting paid twice. We need to get paid twice for mileage.
No, I agree with that, but that isn't just like,
Yep.
okay.
Any other new business? Not, I take a motion to adjourn. We got a motion on the floor, I need a second.
I'll say.
Got a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Motion passed.